Hi, and welcome back to Farmstead MTG. So, are you ready for yet another Going Green video? But after this series is done, there's been a big tournament in Norway called the Plague, and we had 2 feature tables. So I have a bunch of matches and different decks coming up. So if you're tired of mono green action, there is something good coming. And also on this next Saturday, October 22nd, I'm going to do a live stream. There's a tournament on Tolaria called Oktoberfest, and I will do a live stream for like 8 hours. So that's a bit out of my comfort zone, but yeah, whatever. Let's try it. So, but let's get back to this tournament. I'm 4-2. If I win this, I'm 5-2. So I have a shot of going top 8, and that would be something with this green deck. So let's take a look at my opponent and my deck again. And here's my green deck. You've seen it before, so I'm just showing you the picture for fun. So let's take a look at my opponents. And here's my opponent's deck. Player name is Jens Ole, and this is a classic robot deck, or a BB8. But there is some difference between the standard BB8 and Jens Ole's deck. Mostly in his sideboard, you can see he has Shivan Dragons and Blood Moons and a lot of red cards. So he can really transform into, change up a bit. So an interesting take on the deck. You can see that beautiful island there, Long Island Cup winner. So that's cool. So that's my opponent's deck. Let's get down to the match. Okay, game number 1. I'm on the play. Starts out with the forest. So not a mana producing elf. And he has a Mox Pearl. Ooh. And a mana vault into a Suchi. And I have a crumble. So that's good. But I don't like to give my opponent 4 life. But yeah, gotta do it. And that mana vault is going to do some damage. And here's a Argotian Pixies. That's good against what looks to be a robot deck. A lightning bolt on the Pixie. Too bad. Attack for 2 puts me down to 18. An Ice Storm on the factory. Very good. Good curve. Crumble into Argotian into Ice Storm. And I have a Pendelhaven as well. Another Ice Storm. Very good deck. So now I only need some creatures to pressure him. And here's 2 of them, an Emerald Dragonfly and an Elves of the Deep Shadow. Oh, and suddenly he has 4 mana to cast Artifact, but doesn't look like he has a 4-drop. So there might be some Triskelions in his hand. Play a City of Bottle for good measure. And there's a Suchi. He must have drawn it. So here he's at 16. I can fly in some damage. And yeah, perhaps he missed some damage. Ooh, and I attack. So that could so I have a Pendelhaven, so if I had Giant Growth, I can beat up the Suchi with a little elf. Or I can bluff it. He's not biting, and yeah, that's good. I have the Giant Growth. It wasn't a bluff. So still attacking. That the factory has summoning sickness, so it can't pump itself. Jens Ole is down to 9. Another factory. And he still can't untap that mana vault. Yeah. So 6 life. And Jens Ole have 6 mana, so there's no Triskelions in hand. That's very lucky for me. So once again I attack for 2 using my Pendelhaven. Crumble the Mox. I don't want him... yeah, and he scoops. So let's talk some sideboarding. So looks like I'm playing against a robot deck. So that means that he is playing Abyss. And Abyss is a big problem for my deck. So I'll bring in the Dervishes, because they have protection from black. And I also need my 2 Tranquilities, because they can take care of the Abyss, and they can also take care of the copy artifact. So that's good. Those 2 maces, I'll take them in, because they can stop an early threat. So what to take out? So I'll take out 2 Fire Sprites, 2 Elves of the Deep Shadow, and 4 Emerald Dragonfly. So I'm really cutting back on the flyers here. I also take out City of Brass. No, I mean the City in a Bottle. So yeah, it's a lot of sideboarding. And at the last moment I took out 1 Giant Growth and took in 1 Tsunami, just to test that out a bit. Going for that Hailmaker, so try to snipe my opponent's non-blue lands with the Ice Storm and cast a big Tsunami. So that was my sideboarding plan, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and let's go to game number 2. Game number 2. Jens Sole is on the play, starts out with a Volcanic Island, Forest into Scrib. Ooh, draw 3 cards, always nice. He's doing it at my turn, so he doesn't have to discard. Oh, and a Workshop again, and a Suchi, and a Lotus. Oh wow. Good start. And I'm at 18. That's weird. So I must have forgot to turn my life total up. Another Scrib. But you often remember it when you take the first damage and you realize, hey, I'm not at 18. Yeah. That's good. And he has the Strip Mine also. So here he could really choke me if he took out the Forest. There's another Forest, so now he can take my factory if he wants to. So, is it an Ice Storm coming? No, going for the attack. He takes my factory. And a Llanowar Elf. Still hasn't used that Lotus. I'm very afraid of the Triskelion in this matchup. 4 mana for an Abyss. Not good. Okay, so I'm keeping my Llanowar Elf, so I guess I need mana. Ooh, and there's a Mace and a Tranquility straight from the sideboard. Oh no. Here's a card that can just break my deck. So 1 for the Llanowar Elf and 1 for the Scrib. And this is not going well. Factory. I'm down to 12. Ice Storm on the Workshop. But at least he can only attack for 2. Oh no. Copy Artifact on the Triskelion. The Mana Vault. I use my Mace to enter Pitsuchi, so I only take 2 damage. I'm down to 10. But I don't know what I need to draw here. A Chaos Orb. Yeah, that's a good answer. So I say I activate it, and in response he uses the counters on Triskelion. And then I can take the Suchi. Yeah. Can I hit? Yep. So now he only has 2 1/1 creatures, so that Chaos Orb really did well. Oh no, and a Fireball for 6. Perfect. Game number 3. I think this is the first match that I've gone to 3 games. So you're getting value for this one. I have a Pendelhaven and a Scrib, and he has a Chaos Orb. So let's see what I can do here. Attack for 1, and I play an Argotian Pixies. Pixies is very good against a Robotech. So it's so good that he uses his Chaos Orb to take care of it. Soul Ring. And an attack for 2 puts me down to 18. Strip Mine on the factory. Very good. I can see there's 2 Suchis in his hand. And another Scrib. So now he can start deploying Suchis. Oh, perfect. Amaze. I attack him for 3. So he's down to 14. I'm at 18. Here's the second Suchi. And a copy. So next turn he can attack me for 8. But he need 3 turns to kill me. And I can do some jump blocking with my factory. And I can attack for 3 each turn with my flyers. And here my memory card was full, so I had to change it. I cast on Tranquility. That took care of the copy artifact, because that's still an enchantment. And now I'm doing some thinking. Pretty stressed at the moment because this is a really important match and I don't want to do any mistakes. So I attack for 2 and I pump one of them. He uses a lightning bolt and I have a giant growth. So that's huge. That puts him down to 3, and that means I can attack for lethal next turn. And am I thinking about? Yeah, once again, I'm really taking it slow here and try to think about everything. And he can't deal with the scribs, so that's GG. So I won 2-1, so that was great. So when I was done, I went over to the tournament organizer and took a look at the standings, and at the moment I was at the 6th place, and one of my traveling buddies was at 8, and there was a few matches left still playing. So I was like, yeah, I think I'm going top 8, and I said to my friend, I'm not sure you're going because you're at 8. And then we went out and had some air, and when we got back, the last matches were finished, and I was at 9th, and my buddy was at 7. So it's switched around a bit. So close. So I got that 9th place. So that was a bit annoying, because it would have really been cool to go top 8 in this spiky field with a mono green deck. But 5-2, yeah, that's good. That's very good. So I'm really happy with my plays, and all my opponents were awesome. So that's really cool that you guys are okay with going and play on my table. So I don't give you enough credits, but I really appreciate all my opponents who want to play on the feature. So thank you to all my opponents. You made this series great, and I'm really happy about this series, that I'm showing you that you can play with a pretty budget deck and do well. So yeah, I think I'll do a wrap-up video and talk some more about the deck and how to perhaps change it and all that. So that will be next. So as always, remember to like my video. I really appreciate if you subscribe. And yeah, thank you and goodbye.